didn't see in the mailbox.
Oh.
I slid mine under her door.
If it's not by the next page, you're gonna strike it.
You don't
Okay.
care.
I don't actually know if I actually did. I just assume I did because I got a slightly higher paycheck.
Will you
That
walk
checks
out
out.
But maybe that was
during a meeting?
just.
I'll be like, motion
Hello.
to pay us. Leave.
I have to pee.
I was gonna be like, none of us are gonna pay us.
I also think that it's an atrocity that you guys have not received pay from last semester.
So true.
I'll come back to this. I'm not right now.
We'll just break quorum.
All right.
We have a couple minutes.
What? Yeah.
Break quorum.
Normalized break
Tyler's
before.
just like crashing here.
We'll do it like the Texas guys did.
Tyler,
Yeah?
do you want to just like be someone's proxy? Yeah, who just do that?
Winslow.
Mariana Derman. Oh yeah, Wenzel.
Can't
No.
no. for Wenzel.
Oh yeah, it doesn't count. Let's see.
No.
Does that mean that like,
College of Business. He's not College of
does that mean
Business.
we get like salary
I have
less
declared.
money end of semester, or is that just all we get for both semesters? How does that work?
You're getting, assuming that you're eligible for this semester as well, which so far everyone is, then you are getting paid for both semesters. So you will get paid for last semester.
At some point?
It's
Yeah.
just a matter of it
James.
getting done by our office manager.
You be the proxy for
And I
Call to Business, I'll be the proxy
don't know what the
for
status is in that situation.
We have a plan.
Okay.
James is gonna be the College of Business proxy, I'm going to be his proxy.
Whoa. Did you do it? No, I didn't.
If you just stay here, then you can't. That counts. Or if you want to be an off-campus proxy,
I'll know about it either way.
you can just be Senator Tamim's proxy, but you need their permission to do
Meanwhile,
so.
we have 6 p.m. Welcome to CNN.
Yeah. Well, it's time to get serious.
How do I get that real quick?
For whatever they made you.
No.
Yeah, exactly. It was like light purple, and then shame.
No, I
Emma.
Do I look relatable?
Yeah.
You look so relatable.
I'm out. Tyler said he's gonna re-email security about getting the basement tunnel of the library open 24 hours.
Oh, really?
Is that a good?
I mean, go on.
When they call them out.
And then,
I don't know if we could do 24 hours. Oh, in the basement for
yeah,
24
because
hours?
then it doesn't need to be staffed.
Did it used to be?
No, but they were bringing it up last year at a meeting. I have it in a file to send you if you want to send it. You're too busy.
You don't send it to me.
But then also security says no. It's just time resolution says do this because it doesn't cost any extra money. They're already keeping the building. What they keep the lights on.
Already sent it to
But they already keep that anyways for some reason.
Yeah, so it would cost any extra money.
Life is good.
They would just program the car next to it.
Oh, yeah.
And then it'd be 24 hours.
Then you could track what's in there.
I'm gotta figure this out.
What Zoom would you use?
Yeah.
Because someone just joined my personal Zoom room and I thought we weren't using mine anymore.
Do you want me to send you the sheet from, it was like notes from our committee meeting last year? If you won't look at it, I won't send it.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll take a look at it.
Okay, you don't have it.
No idea what that's going on.
Are we using Robert's Zoom room?
If we are
Or is
using
this
Robert's,
mine?
if we
What's
are
the Zoom code?
Robert Peterson.
Robert?
Okay. Can you send a link to Senator Sherrod? Thank you.
It's 4 o'clock.
All right, friends, we're going to go ahead and get started then. We're going to call this meeting officially to order at 4 p.m. All right. Moving right along, we're going to jump in with attendance. My pen's been snatched. Can I borrow a pen? Yes. Thank you. You snatched my pen. All right. First off, Senator Woldekaiden.
Yeah.
Thank you. Senator Wing.
Present.
Thank you. Senator Durmenji.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Victor Wynn. Senator Victor Wynn. Senator Bryant.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Roberts.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Wenzel. Senator Wenzel, Senator Rivera, Senator Rivera. And once we get the Zoom on, we're going to go through the people on the Zoom again. But Senator Nurala? Here. Thank you. Senator Berhanu? Senator Berhanu? Senator Mendez-Martinez?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Zigweed?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Mesta?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Mueller?
Present.
Thank you. Senator Parikh?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Tamim? Alright. Senator Blanchard?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Goff?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Roiger?
Here.
Thank you. Senator Andry?
Here.
Thank you. Speaker Novak, that's me. President Zelmer?
Here.
Thank you. And Vice President Ibrahim?
Here.
Thank you. All right. If more senators join via Zoom, I will absolutely include them because we were unable to get the Zoom link out until like just now. So I'm going to make sure to be cognizant of that with their attendance. But we'll go ahead and move forward on to presentations. Today we have a presentation from Liz from the Women's Center.
Front center.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for having me. I'm Liz Steinborn-Gorley. My pronouns are she, hers, and I'm the director of the Women's Center here at Minnesota State Mankato. If you haven't visited us before, the Women's Center is located in CSU 218. So, Speaker, am I talking about what? I mean, I'm happy to talk more about what we do, areas of concern. What are you interested in hearing about from me today?
I would personally just love an introduction and talking about what the Women's Center does, but if other senators have more questions, assuming that you would be open to take questions.
Phenomenal, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yes, thank you so much. So as I said, the Women's Center, we have a lovely little space. We just got a fresh paint job over the last summer, and some of the services and resources that we provide is we share the space with the Violence Awareness and Response Program. And so Interim Director Shadow Rowland is a confidential advocate for students who've experienced sexual or intimate partner violence. We also have menstrual products, and so we have both disposable products and reusable products available for anyone who menstruates and needs them. We have pregnancy tests, we have vouchers for Plan B, which is an emergency contraception that can then be utilized at the pharmacy at Student Health Services. We do academic success coaching, so I've met with students, sometimes it's a one-off for the semester, sometimes it's a regular appointment to get folks through kind of the difficult slog of managing, busy schedules, busy class work, and being academically successful. We also have done some research on other services that support students, and so we have utilized the Bridge to Benefits assessment tool that was built by the Children's Defense Fund of Minnesota. And this particular tool is like a 10-question assessment that helps students determine if they might be eligible for SNAP, which is grocery money, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or reduced utilities. And so we do these assessments. Some of our students do the assessments with other students. Sometimes folks meet with me. And actually through a partnership with Health Services, we are able to provide a meal coupon to anyone who does the assessment with us. So you get something to eat right away, but then we have had students in the past who've been eligible for those benefits, and we're able to get SNAP cards and reductions on their utility costs. So we do, that's kind of our resource side of things. And then of course we do educational programming that really ranges from things where we discuss in the center. So this March for Women's History Month, we're creating a zine, which is essentially a small self-publication for folks who can write in essays, poetry, art, photography, with the theme of bodies. And so that is coming up for Women's History Month. And we've done a number of other programmatic efforts.
Thank you very much. Do we have any questions? Any questions? Seeing none, thank you so much for coming in and talking with us.
Can I
Yes.
say one more thing?
Yes.
So kind of a new and cool thing. Thank you so much, and then I'll be done. So we have relatively few identified spaces on campus for lactation. There is a lactation room in the women's restroom on the second floor here in the CSU, which I actually used when I had my baby. And then we utilize the women's center. If that one's busy, people come across the hall, and we'll carve out an office there. There's one in the library. But what we've done to kind of help people in a pinch as we work to advocate for more spaces across campus is we have purchased suction cup blackout curtains that students can utilize in the narrower MAV pods. So because there's electrical outlets, because it's kind of a confined space, because they're across campus, that's kind of our working solution at the moment for creating more opportunity. And then we give students a cooler bag where they can keep their breast milk cold. And again, these curtains that kind of block people from seeing folks as they're pumping or nursing. So I just wanted to mention that because while we don't have tons and tons of students who are currently lactating, when you need that space, you really need it. And if you don't have to run from, health sciences building over to the CSU to get that space, that's a better benefit. So that's my last resource plug. So if you know of anyone, even staff and faculty, we can talk a little bit about where we got those items for them as well. But I'm grateful for the work you do. I'm grateful for the resources that you've provided the center in the past. And as we enter budget season, continue to provide. But if there's anything that we can do to better serve students, please let us know.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
One last call for any questions then. All right. Seeing none. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
All right. That is all that we have for presentations. So I'm now going to open it up for open forum. If anybody would like to speak in open forum. Oh yes, I see a hand over there from Alex Wood.
Hi everybody, my name is Alex Wood. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm the new City and Local Affairs Coordinator that you guys appointed last meeting, but I was not there. But I am here this time. I just wanted to say hi, introduce myself, and some context here in a meeting.
Amazing, thank you very much. Do you have some? Yeah, I'm sorry, I might have to ask you to go to the podium because it looks like at least one senator has a question for you. Thank you very much. All right, Senator Roberts.
Now that you're in this position now, what are your plans for the position? What do you plan on doing?
Well, as for plans, I know that there was a committee that it used to be called, I believe, the Legislative Affairs Committee, and now the name has kind of changed to City and Local Affairs, so I plan to have that committee probably every 2 weeks. I haven't figured quite the details out yet, but plan is to have that committee at least every 2 weeks and work with between city council members and student government, and then at some point maybe looking at an advocacy day up at the Capitol for student government. So that's, I think, what we're looking at this semester.
Amazing, thank you. Sorry, we're going to keep you up here. Senator Wing.
This is more of a point of information, just so you know. Tomorrow, Congressman Brad Finstead will be at our campus. It sounds like he's going to be here right around 10 a.m. So that would just be a great opportunity for you to make that connection. I just want to make sure that you're aware of that, just in case you can't make it.
Yeah, sure.
I was going to announce that later, but yeah.
No, it's always good to meet all kinds of local politicians like we have here, and I've already been in contact with Nick Fronts and a few other people around. So yeah,
Very nice.
look forward to that. Awesome.
Thank you very much. Anything else? In that case, thank you for the introduction. Glad to have you.
Thank you very much.
Next up, I have Scott Nelson over Zoom.
Good afternoon, Student Senate. It's been a while since we've had the opportunity to talk. My life's been a little crazy. There's been some departures due to retirement in athletics. I've picked up a few responsibilities, so unfortunately I can't be there to see you in person today. Just want to remind everybody that athletics is up and running again here in the second semester. Men's hockey, just coming off a sweep at Arizona State, has their only home series for the month of January this weekend. Women's hockey is riding a 6-game winning streak. That's their longest since 2007. And then women's basketball is ranked 11th in the nation. Men's basketball is doing really well. And then our men's and women's track and field teams are off and running, and wrestling is doing well as well. So very busy time in athletics. Looking forward to budget season and our presentation at the end of next month. But just wanted to drop in and say hello and see if there's any questions from Student Senate.
Amazing. Do we have any questions? Any questions? And seeing none, thank you very much. All right, beautiful. Anyone else for open forum? All right, seeing none, we're going to go ahead and move on off of open forum.
There was probably a hand raise over on Zoom.
No,
Was there?
no, Senator Schroff was just
Okay.
clapping.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Okay, amazing. Then in that case, still moving off of open forum unless there's anything else. To the approval of the consent agenda. I am going to make one adjustment to the consent agenda, which is that we accidentally listed under Senator reports Senator Nirala once again, and I would like that stricken because that is a typo.
That is fine. I would be okay with giving a report.
Oh, you want to give another one?
That's fine, yep.
Okay. I mean, I'm cool with keeping it then.
There, okay.
Okay, if there's an update, then yeah, you guys may absolutely make a second senator report. Then in that case, are there any other amendments to the consent agenda? Any amendments? All right, is there any dissent to the consent agenda? Any dissent? Any dissent? Seeing none, assume unanimous consent. Consent agenda is passed. All right, let's move right along then to officer reports.
Cool. So I have a few updates for you all. Thank you to Senator Blanchard and chair of the Library and Bookstore Committee for setting up a meeting with the library that Senator Blanchard as well as Vice President Ibrahim and myself attended. We had a lot of conversations about hours, all that they're doing to help with textbook affordability, and they're doing a lot more than even we had knowledge about. So they're even using some of the library money in order to buy some ebooks when there are textbooks available. So if students want a textbook that's not currently available in the Maverick Textbook Reserve, reach out to the library and they'll be able to see what we can do. Also, I found out that they can ask for like what I would consider fun books for you to be able to check out through the library. So if there's any personal reading books that they don't currently have, ask them and they'll be able to borrow it from a different library. So if you're looking for some non-academic reading for your free time, you can use that as well. If there's anything else with the library, let us know. They're super excited to work with us in the future to be able to help accommodate students' needs. Other than that, I had a meeting with some faculty just to talk about some budget priorities. I shared with them our desire to be able to use HighFlex for things. They were also talking with me about things that will happen if there's not enough students in a course, and how a course could be canceled if there's not a certain amount of students. So if anyone has any thoughts or opinions on that, or if you or any of your friends experience something like that, please let me know. That way, I mean, we don't really have a stance on that, and I haven't heard us talking much about it, but it'd be nice to know what your thoughts might be. We can talk about that outside of Senate, just unofficially, and if we want to take an official student government stance, let me know. Thank you to everyone who came to our Steve Simon event. We were able to bring a good amount of students. Also, some community members came. Greater Mankato Growth, as well as XL Energy, had some people there. The Free Press wrote an article on it, so it was nice to be able to host him, as well as I heard we had more students there than Moorhead did. So great job, everyone. Next, we have a new RSO coordinator. I'm not exactly sure on her title here on campus. You can meet with her down where Emmy's old office was. We're looking forward to partnering with her just to kind of see what student government can do to better support recognized student organizations, as well as kind of help cultivate a great community of student leaders supporting each other. Just because we have the title of student government and student senators doesn't mean we do more than any other organization on campus. So it's important to make sure that we're supporting other student leaders around campus who might not have an interest in student government, which I think they should join, but it's fine if they don't want to. Other than that, I have a lot of Students United updates, so bear with me. We had our board retreat last weekend. All of the board members were able to make it, so it was nice to connect with a lot of them, hear about what's been going on their campuses. I'll start out with some platform updates. There were a few things that we passed for the platform. First is surrounding HyFlex. I don't know the exact language, but Students United now supports HyFlex options for all classes. So that, well, all classes where it's possible, right? So like a science lab, we wouldn't be like, you need to have a HyFlex option. That's not really possible. But if there's an in-person lecture, there should be a HyFlex option for students. Reason being is that not only should students be able to learn how they would like to, students would be able to take advantage of internships anywhere else in the state or possibly country. Also, if you're looking at demographics for the future of higher ed, we will not see the typical four-year student demographic continue at the rate it has been before. So it's really important that we think about the future of non-traditional students, students that are returning back, or adult learners as well, which is a weird term because we're also adults, but people who are returning and working full-time, it's great to have that HyFlex option for them. There was also a resolution passed about asynchronous classes. That's been a concern of graduate students, where if we are marketing programs as being in person, they should not be offered all asynchronous. Also, not every student learns well through asynchronous. We talked a bit about how budget constraints might affect it, but our stances as a student organization should be around for years, not reliant on what budgets are. I think we should still advocate for what students want. So for asynchronous classes, we talked about how there should be at least some sort of like in-person aspect if students wanted, or maybe there should be 2 sections. It was very vaguely written, but basically a class shouldn't only be offered asynchronous, but also some people like asynchronous. So it's very vague to kind of allow for interpretation in the future. We also passed an update to the fee, student activity fee cap, to include the other student voted on fee caps. Mankato, we're currently at a couple of the different fee caps or close. So like the student health services fee cap, technology fee, student union fee, athletic fee, the rest of those, to implement a 2 to 5 year review period, as well as to talk about increasing those caps since some of the universities are at those caps. Again, anything over 2% would still go to a student vote for that. So students are still in control of those fees. Raising the fee cap does not mean raising the fees. So we just expanded it to include all of them. That way, if it comes up at the Board of Trustees, Students United will at least have a stance to speak on. For student activity fee cap, I'm going to be sending this out to different university admins soon now that I got some official language from Students United. That is, as I've said earlier, on the Board of Trustees finance plan to talk about the fee cap. The Board of Trustees will not be voting on that until May. So we will not have an answer by our budget meeting in March. There's no way we can move it up either. So what they heard from the Vice Chancellor of Finance and Facilities, Vice Chancellor Mackey, he said that there will be, where did I put this? So it looks like in March, I believe. Right now they're looking at numbers for what a fee cap increase might look like, so they are well informed. Then it'll have to go to a review period. And then after that review period, then it'll go to the Board of Trustees. And I believe their first, I have it right here. So in March, it'll be an open comment period. At our committees, we will sit down and also make comments on that individually. That way there's a lot more student voice in there. Then following the comment period, the board will go for 2 readings. First reading in April, second reading in May. And then depending on, let's say the Board of Trustees approves it in May, in June it'll go into effect. So the earliest we would have a fee cap increase would be for next budget year. They seemed optimistic that it'll happen, but I would like to caution us all. I'm thinking that'll happen because the system office feels optimistic. Board of Trustees can do whatever they want, and we can't have individual meetings with trustees. That's a board policy. So we're gonna have to think about that at the budget meeting. So don't you all come in thinking we're just gonna skyrocket budgets, because we don't have money for that. And also, Zach, I will be sending you like an official wording soon. I just got that from Students United. Other than that, we have an exciting event coming up, which is the State Lobby Day. We are able to bring 5 students from our campus. Luckily, Idman is one of the interns, so she doesn't count against our 5, so we'll still have 5 students. This is going to be a 2-day event, which I know isn't ideal. Monday there will be training. Tuesday will be the lobby day. So that will be on February 20th and 21st. So I need it in by the end of the month. If you are interested in going up to Lobby Day, you will have a hotel Monday night. We'll be advocating on the state policies. A lot of it is about the Min-State budget requests, and there's a few other things. And Min can fill you in on more of those details as well. So if you're interested, please let me know. Again, we can only bring 5. So please send me an email saying you're interested. You have to be available Monday and Tuesday, all day, both days. Okay, so please let me know. And then if we only have 5, that's great. If there's more, then please don't hate me. Okay, other than that, I think that's all that I have. I yield.
Amazing, thank you very much. Do we have any questions? Any questions?
Can I have one more thing?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I always do this. Students United will be visiting our campus on Wednesday, February 15th, so they'll come to Senate. If you have student organizations you'd like for them to meet with, or students who might want to meet with them, we kind of get some more freedom to set up their day when they come. So I'm hoping we can set them up lots of meetings with students. Nothing against administration, but students are a bit more fun. So hopefully we can set up some meetings with some student groups. No offense.
Cool.
I yield.
Thank you very much, Vice President Ibrahim.
Okay, so Tuesday was the President's Commission on the Status of Women. We reviewed some applications in Harris application, which stands for Higher Education Resource Service Leadership Institution for Women, and that was fun. Phoebe Morris was in the Women's Center this afternoon listening to students' concerns and how the university is working with students from a different diverse background. Some topics that came up were graduation rates, transportation, security, and students' work wages. It was great listening to those student concerns and making some notes for what we can help. And that's all I have for you. Any questions?
Do we have any questions? All right, seeing none, I'll go ahead and jump right in with my report. So, first of all, I'm gonna kick us off with some bad news so that we can only build up with good things from there. Remember how last week I said that I got reached out to by the Minnesota House of Representatives on the Committee of Higher Education, and they were looking for people. So, fun fact, I asked them about a Zoom link and a time for that, and considering that it is tomorrow and I have not heard back from them in over a week, I'm gonna assume that we're not gonna be able to attend that. So unfortunately, I don't think that we will be able to testify to the Committee for Higher Education, which is kind of sad. But we do have that lobby day coming up, so we'll have all the opportunity in the world to go up there and tell them about what we think and what's important to us. Next up, office hours are due this week. That's on Friday for this week and last week. And remember, everyone is expected to have completed 6 office hours in the last 2 weeks. If you need help with those office hours, you can always help out with us. I'm sure we've got silly little tasks and committees that we can put you on. Next up, another thing that I am going to count for office hours, because I love doing stuff like that, is we like to participate in a charity here. This will be the 3rd year that we'll be participating in this charity. It's called Pedal Past Poverty. It's sponsored by the Partners for Affordable Housing, which helps people that are struggling with homelessness. And basically what you do is on February 14th, I believe was the date. I was just looking at this earlier. But on February 14th, we are going to You're giving me a look, is it not?
No, I don't know. It just that's Valentine's Day. That's why.
Oh.
Found that strange.
You're right. Can you pull up Pedal Past Poverty real quick just to verify my
So
date?
we've done it for way more than 3 years.
We have?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's like a tradition.
Heck yeah. Well, Pedal Past Poverty, it's a super awesome charity event. We basically take turns on these bike ellipticals, raise some money for charity. We always chip in a bunch. And also big shout out to David Cowan, who also helps out a whole ton with that. It's a really fun, awesome event. And I know I am definitely going, and I would love to have plenty more people join us. So I'm going to pass around a sign up for that in a second, but first I'm going to make sure that we got the date correct on that, which is February 25th, 8:30 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. So if you're free the morning of Saturday, February 25th, that would be super awesome. I'm going to be sending it around with this sheet, which is for senator reports. Please grab 2 of these boxes to sign up for 2 dates for a senator report. I've got 2 sheets of this in case this one fills up too quickly. Senator Narala, don't worry about it. You've already covered your 2. So I'm going to send these around actually, I'll send them out this way. Start filling those up. On the back of that sheet is the one for Pedal Past Poverty. So and that makes it back all the way around. Just throw it out if you want in for Pedal Past Poverty. And then the final thing that I have to mention, another sign-up sheet. Yay! This sign-up sheet was actually given to me by Amber. This is for our trivia, which is February 15th, which is where that date got mixed into my head. And this is our trivia against Student Affairs, where hopefully this time we'll settle the score. So I'm going to send this around too if anyone wants to participate in trivia.
And that's during Senate, so you all are already free.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So
Let's win. Are we gonna train for trivia night?
we can train for trivia, yes.
Yeah. I'm also just going to real quick call us back into order because there's a lot of side chatter. But if we want to ask questions about that, we absolutely can. Do we have any questions? Not just about the trivia, about anything.
Are they different papers?
So there's 1 paper going around for trivia. There's 2 papers going around for senator reports. You can sign up on either of those papers, it doesn't matter. And then on the back of one of the senator report papers, I just wrote Pedal Past Poverty if you want to sign on for that. And for our friend on Zoom and for people who are not present, I'm going to be shooting y'all emails about senator reports because I love people signing up for those. Oh, yes.
Will there be snacks at trivia?
Yes.
Okay.
Hear the yes. Very nice. Then the last thing that I have, if there are no further questions for me, it looks like it, is our Dean of the Day. I have listed, go right ahead.
Good afternoon. I'm Laura Yin, acting Associate Dean of College of Science, Engineering and Technology. I'm today's Dean's representative here. Thank you for inviting me to be here. And I would like to share a few things that's happening in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. One is we have been working very hard on reduce the DFW rate on the gateway courses, and I'm happy to tell you that our faculties have achieved some great improvement. So the chemistry 111 and 2.1 professors is going to share with the college about their implement and achievement on implementing active learning and flipped class, and we are going to have a college-wide discussion about how to help our students engage in the hard courses in our college. And another good news is our project-based computer science program. increase the number of enrollment very, very quickly. So I just visited the site, the project site last week. The class size arrived to 44, and then the cap for the design of the program is 50, so we almost full of the program. And I'm also very happy to see that there is a group of students leading by a professor are working on a project shoot related to the proposal of our senator, if I pronounce your name correctly, Narola.
Nirola, but that's
Nirola, okay. That's to create an app on the seaside to guide the student to find the classroom. So if the project success, you won't get lost in traffic anymore. And there's a lot of exciting things in academic affair field. And I just heard from the Dean Budge, and that's the Lincoln Status, as you know, already moved to the library, and we are thinking the new name for the area, and there's a lot of new things happening in our new merged HSS College. So I would like to answer any questions you have.
Amazing. Do we have any questions? Any questions? Seeing none, thank you so much. All right, beautiful. Senator Nirola, you ready for round two?
Yes.
Amazing.
I'm just going to be speaking from here, if that's fine.
Fine by me. Unless, do we need accommodations with the microphone? Are people on Zoom able to hear all right?
He needs to go up there.
Needs to go up there.
Okay. Hello everyone, I'm meeting routinely with the Wayfinding Wizards and it's going pretty amazing. There are 4 student-led developers and 1 professor, and we're working actively. They're all really excited to get this project up and running. Some things that I want to share with you. We're meeting routinely. We're looking at mapping out the classrooms. We're also looking at mapping out bathrooms, elevators, storerooms, and other storage areas across the buildings. We're looking and researching on ways of live tracking on individual indoors and on basements, sky bridges. Something that I wanted to share with you and wanted to take your opinion on is some of the features that we'd want incorporated into that application. Now, in the past, I've reached out with other departments. I've talked with accessibility resources, and I've also done my own research. We've done our homework, and we're looking at a bunch of features that we want to include on that application. But I also wanted to take your input and wanted to see what you guys think that you'd want would be pretty cool on that application or anything. I'll be sending out a Teams-wide text as well, but if you have anything at the end of my report, you can just share it out. Other than that, I'll be reaching out with the team again. We're looking at a bunch of live tracking options that are both on budget and completely free. That is a conversation that we're doing. We're trying to take the entirely free route. And then I'll be reaching out to them at the end of this week, and probably by next week we'll have a requirements analysis document, which is essentially everything that we're negotiating and agreeing that will be done by the end of the semester. So that's that. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a question from Senator Roberts.
My question is, you said that there's a bunch of features you're looking at. What specifically are those features?
Some of the features that we have that we're talking about is voice commands, voice outputs, push buttons, and then live tracking as you go through where you want to go.
Yeah, we have another from President Zelmer.
While you all are mapping things out, if you could also map out the MAV pods that are in the building, that'd be nice as well. But thank you all for doing all this work. It's going to be great.
Anything else? Seeing none, thank you once again.
Thank you.
All right, with that, we do not have any more senator reports, so we're going to move on to vacancies. Do we have anybody here for the College of Allied Health and Nursing vacancy? Hello! Will you please step up to the podium, introduce yourself with your name and pronouns, and then we're going to give you 2 minutes to give an opening statement.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Camille Hart. My pronouns are she and her. Can I start whenever?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, you're
Go right
okay.
ahead.
So, hello, my name is Camille Hart, and I'm a sophomore. My major is Communication Sciences and Disorders, and I plan on minoring in psychology. I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity, and I feel as though this would be an amazing experience that would help me grow and be more connected to my college. I would take this opportunity to help everyone in allied health to feel as though they have a voice and feel heard. I am a part of a speech pathologist club, which will help me to be more connected with people and hear their opinions on how we can better our college. In high school, I was part of youth and government, where we learned things like how to write, discuss, vote, pass bills. That experience helps me to better understand the workings of a formal meeting. One of my leadership skills is time management. Although my life can get busy with sorority activities, I believe that I can handle taking on this position and managing my life in a way that both organizations are getting my full efforts. I'd be honored to be part of student government, and thank you for your time and consideration.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is open it up for questions, and after questions you can make a closing statement and then decide whether you want to stay in the room or leave the room while people discuss and vote. So with that, I'm going to open it up for questions. Do we have any questions? Yeah, go right ahead, Senator Mueller.
So kind of one of the ways we work here in student government is that we kind of have our own self-defined projects that we kind of focus on through our time in our terms. Obviously, this is kind of your first step into student government. You may not have a defined project ready yet, but kind of what are some of the ideas that you hope to kind of accomplish, and what kind of work do you see yourself getting into through your term?
Right. One of the things I would love to do is, like I said, just connect more with my college. I feel as though I don't really know who I would reach out to if I had any questions concerning allied health itself. And I feel like me being a part of this group for Speech Pathologist Club would also give me an opportunity to talk with a lot of people in my college and see if they have any ideas that could help me to better our experience together.
Thank you very much. Do we have any other questions? Any other questions? All right, seeing none, would you like to stay in the room or step out for discussion?
I'll stay.
Or closing statement, you're so right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
if
okay.
you'd like, you can make a closing statement. You are not required to, however.
Well, I'd just like to say thank you for this opportunity and the consideration.
Amazing. All right, now I will ask, would you like to stay in the room or step out for discussion and voting?
I'll stay. I don't mind.
Okay, cool. Then in that case, while you take a seat, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around, we're gonna discuss, and then we'll vote. So we have a point of discussion from President Zeller.
I think she's a great candidate. Also, we would love an allied health and nursing senator. I think she'll bring a unique perspective. Also, she was on our student council and did youth and government, so I just personally love that because that's kind of what I did too. So I think she'd make a great addition to our team here at Senate, as well as she keeps it short and sweet, which we need more of around here. So I yield.
Amazing. Yes, Senator Bryan.
I know Camille. We had class together last semester, and she's amazing. Honestly, like she's super friendly. She knows how to go like above and beyond and like make friends and build those connections. So I think she'd be excellent.
Amazing. Do we have any other points of discussion?
Call the question.
All right, we got to call the question. I'm just going to ask for dissent on that. Do we have dissent on calling the question? Yeah, didn't see anything else. All right, then we're going to vote. Please write on a piece of paper yes, no, or abstain. And me and John will go around and collect those pieces of paper and tally the votes.
And on Zoom.
Yes, and
I got
on
this
Zoom,
side.
please put it in the chat. Thank you very much.
Ooh, bubble.
Cool. Thank you.
We need a pen.
Y'all need a pen? Okay. Alright, I can come back for y'all.
I just know Tom can't for sure. You're just trying to
You caught it? Oh my gosh.
I walked around too fast. Yeah, sorry.
I know there's going to be a meeting. Can we run
We're points.
Missed one.
Actually, I'm going to go back over here so you can talk about it. It's like fine. Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Oh yeah.
Did we have all of the votes? Does anybody else have one?
I have everything on this side.
Cool, we're good.
Anyways.
I was like, I literally had that conversation at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Things happen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know if there's any other plans.
Sounds good. We'll do.
I can also get them in. I don't know if you want to bring them to the dining center, but I have extra passes if you need.
We only have
I've got class at 11.
one green, so I asked Emma if that's a yes, so she can say it. So I guess that's
It's probably a yes.
Oh, that's a, yeah, that counts as yes. Alright.
One
Secret ballot. It's a tie. Did you just, you pay attention?
We are. Aren't we friends now?
Probably too much. Are we friends?
We're friends. I'm putting the beef behind us. You don't have to.
We're still beefing. Oh, well, that's a lot of energy. We don't have to beef anymore. One-way beef isn't bad. No, I couldn't get someone to cover my
Yep, I've got it.
Cool, I just wanted to make sure that.
I've got it.
Sorry, I have 3-year-olds waiting for
I
me.
started a new beef with Sandra, so that's a lot of fun.
I have beef with her too.
I need to
Anyways,
get some chicken up in there.
it's the way she copied my haircut.
All right. All right, friends, we have tallied the vote of the election, and I am happy
Oh,
to
she needs
announce.
to come back up.
Oh, you're right. We need to bring you to the podium first before I announce it. Sorry. Welcome back up. I am happy to announce that we have opted to elect Camille Hart as our new College of Allied Health and Nursing Senator. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and swear you in, so if you would please raise your right hand and then repeat after me. We also are having video and photo taken over here for social media, if you're cool with that. And I state your name.
I, Camille Hart,
Will represent and serve
will represent and serve
the students of Minnesota State University, Mankato
the students of Minnesota State Mankato
in student life and academic needs,
in student life and academic needs,
and will uphold the mission,
and will uphold the mission,
Constitution and bylaws
Constitution and bylaws
of the student government.
of the student government.
I so affirm.
I so affirm.
Congratulations! Now you may take a seat somewhere at the table here and join us effective immediately. You are a member of Senate. Congratulations.
First assignment, find 3 more.
We have an Allied Health and Nursing Center.
All right.
I think it's a little bit more than 3, John.
I
For
did
that
not.
college.
I did not receive any other vacancy applicants, but I will ask if we have any surprise vacancies off the floor. Do we have any other vacancy candidates present? All right, seeing none, we have no new business and no old business today, no legislation. So moving on to announcements. Does anyone have any announcements? Yes, Senator Menji.
Just an announcement. I know there are probably not new international students watching student government just because they're freshmen, but if you have any friends who are new international students, undergraduate and graduate, just remind them that they need to complete a program, a scholarship program in order to get their scholarship. And if they have any questions regarding that, they should check their emails or contact the Kearney Center.
Thank you very much. President Zelmer.
So tomorrow will be the monthly provost coffee and conversation with students. So if you want to come meet the vice president of academic affairs and the provost, they're the same person, but it makes more sense. At 2 p.m. outside the LGBT Center, there's snacks, there's coffee. Also, what came out of the last meeting we had with him is possible expanded library hours during midterms, dead week, and finals week. So really makes stuff happen, super student friendly. You can come talk to him about anything, even if it's not academic affairs related. So make sure you stop by tomorrow at 2. We want to make sure that this is worth his time since he reached out and wanted to meet with students. So I will see you all there at 2 p.m. outside the LGBT Center for some coffee and conversation.
Amazing. Sam Steiger?
Just quick, y'all, I thought you'd be interested to know just something neat that's going on in the Office of Campus Recreation. About a year ago, we purchased a bunch of stationary bikes. And just recently, we started offering spinning classes for the students. And my colleague, Carly Hopper, who's in charge of exercise and fitness programming, is offering these classes. And there's multiple options. You can find them on the Campus Rec app, but it's just a great new offering for us out of our area.
Thank you very much. Yeah, go right ahead.
Hello everyone. My name is Ibrahim Adem. I'm the Student Government Liaison for the International Student Association. I have a quick announcement. So the International Student Association is organizing what we call ISA Cafe. It is bi-weekly. It is for the international student, but like every other student is invited. Domestic students as well. So the first one is gonna be January 24th. That is on a Tuesday, and January 25th on Wednesday at 1 p.m. So I have a couple of copies here. So yeah, student will meet. There will be snacks. There will be like coffee, and then just the main purpose is just to get students to interact and connect. And because there will be students who are experienced and there are students who are new. So the purpose is to have the new ones and then get them in track.
Amazing. That sounds really cool. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Any other announcements? Yes, John.
Thank you, Speaker Novak. As mentioned, we have trivia coming up. I look forward to winning another trophy, and that event should be fun. So for those who have not done this before, it's been a while since we've done it. The person who is emceeing the trivia is an MSU alumna, and she is also the person who runs trivia down at Pub 500. So if you've been there, they have trivia every single Thursday night. And so she is going to be our mistress of ceremonies that evening, and she's good at what she does. She's funny. She and her partner are hilarious to do the trivia down at Pub 500. So we look forward to that. Her name is Angie, and she will be joining us. But she's good at what she does. So look forward to that. For those also who have not heard of Pedal Past Poverty before, this is a long-running tradition, and Barnes & Noble sponsors the student government team for that event. Basically, if you are competing, throughout the course of the morning, what happens is 10 of you sign up to do a 20-minute bike ride. You're on a stationary bike and you go for 20 minutes, and there are competitions for how far you can ride and all that kind of stuff. There are some real serious bikers there, and then there are people like me who ride along with student government. So if there's an opening on this team, I will offer to ride as well. I enjoy it. It's a good time, and it's for a great cause. So please be sure to sign up for that if you get the chance, you have the time. You don't have to stay there for the whole time, but it is nice to have people cheering you on. People will be there fanning people as they ride. But it's a 20-minute stationary bike ride. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to. Like I said, there are some real serious people, and then there are those of us who are there to support a good cause and have fun. So please consider that for that morning. And usually there's been a way to arrange rides if people need a ride down there and that kind of stuff. But if needed, I will be signing up for a slot as well. So look forward to it. Again, we are getting into heavy budget season. You'll start seeing presentations within the next 6 weeks or so. We'll have some presentations, but then I'll be doing one on what to expect with the budget season as well. So we'll be talking about budget season in Student Government Cabinet tomorrow, I'm sure. So feel free to ask questions again. Welcome to the new senator, and if there's anything we can help with, let us know.
Thank you very much.
If I may, sorry.
Yeah, go right ahead.
One thing was brought to our attention this week. So for those who are not aware, a PDF version of the Senate roster is posted on the student government website. Several of you have been okay with that including your phone number before. If that has changed, We need to know that because for some of you, your personal cell phone numbers are posted on this roster, and it's publicly available on the student government website. If there is a desire to not include certain information for contacting you, we need to know that so that that can be updated for you. So I'm going to pass this around. Please take a look at it before you leave. If you don't want your number posted, put an X through it on this copy for us, and we'll get that taken care of. If there's any correction, note that there's a correction and circle it so that it draws our attention to it, okay? So thank you.
Thank you very much. I was actually just about to talk about a similar thing, but in the same vein as that, with respect to, well, you guys all, of course, have the ability to remove your contact information. I would also like to make it very clear that we as an organization and we as student government find it completely unacceptable to harass or bully people and attack people with that contact information that's listed there, be that from anyone that's watching these videos or other members of student government, though I do not think that that is the case. And we strongly, strongly condemn that kind of behavior. And I really would like to see a very civil and amazing group here, and I would like to have the ability for people to have that wonderful conduct. So, that's all that I have to add on to that. Do we have any other announcements? Yeah, go on.
Tell your friends to join student government. We have lots of vacancies. There's also been some people that haven't shown up yet this semester who we're reaching out to. So please let your friends know that there are some vacancies. They can apply on presents. Obviously, they have to be available at 4 p.m. on Wednesdays. I like to say 4 p.m. on because I know these past two meetings have been short. That will not continue into March. So just a heads up about that. So yes, please remind your friends, and then also remember to email me if you're interested in Lobby Day. I'll be getting down to figuring that out next week.
Amazing. John again.
Sorry, if I can go on the vacancy thing. We will be discussing this in cabinet, but typically there has been a deadline set for the spring semester so that once we get into budget season and budget presentations, it really does a disservice to the group if somebody comes in midstream and has to be brought up to speed on all of that budget stuff. So if you do know people who would be good candidates to serve as a senator, please encourage them to make that run sooner than later so that they can get acclimated before being thrown into the budgets.
Thank you very much. Do we have any other announcements? Any other announcements? Nice. Okay, we're going to speed run roll call so we can do this in under an hour. Okay, Senator Shroff.
Here.
Thank you. Okay. Senator Woldekainen.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Wing.
Present.
Thank you. Senator Demenci.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Victor Wynn. Senator Victor Wynn? No. Senator Hart.
Here.
Welcome. All right. Senator Bryant.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Roberts. Here. Thank you. Senator Wenzel. Senator Wenzel? Nope. All right. Senator Rivera. Senator Rivera. Nope. Senator Nurala. Here. Thank you. Senator Berhanu. Senator Berhanu. Senator Mendez Martinez.
Here.
Thank you. All right. Senator Zigweed.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Mesta.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Mueller.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Parikh.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Tamim. Senator Tamim. Nope. Senator Blanchard.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Goff.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Roiger.
Here.
Thank you. Senator Andry.
Here.
Me. I'm here. President Zelmer.
Here.
Thank you. Vice President Ibrahim.
Here.
Thank you. All right, then in that case, I officially adjourn this meeting at 4:54 p.m. Boom.